What is going on? I am so happy that you clicked on this video. I am the Mask Man, Mr. Mask Man. And I am a guy who is who who some of you who would be viewing this video may consider to be socially awkward, antisocial, um, um, weird, strange, uncool, unpopular, etc., etc. And over the years, I have I have found myself trying to figure out how I fit in to society. I have tried to consider what is going on and how everybody is behaving and how everybody is interacting with each other. And I've tried to make sense of it. I've tried to understand it. I've tried to comprehend what it means and how it all connects together. And more specifically, where I could find myself inside of it. How I could insert myself into it, how I could interject myself into the flow of society. Well, time went on and time went on and time went on, and I never actually was able to make that connection. I was never actually able to create and establish myself in society. I was never actually able to work the rhythm of the double dutch game and get myself into the swing of how things flowed and worked. Now, you may be saying to yourself, what does that have, what does what you're saying have to do with the title of your video? Well, it made me think over time of trying and trying and trying to figure out how I connected, how I fit, how I related. I had to recognize that what I wanted or the things in life that really concern me, the things in life that really occupied my mind, that really occupied my interest, that really occupied my focus, were simply not things that were actually addressed by the systems of society. The systems of society are not designed to address the things that interest and concern me. Now, originally, this YouTube channel that I'm making this video on, I made it with two purposes in mind. I made it, for one, to give me the opportunity to have access to recognition and wealth, and two, as a conduit, as a bridge to establish or to make social connection, to form relationships, to form friendships, to form networking situations, things of that nature. But it proved to be something that I was incapable of using this platform to do. That was something that I was incapable of using this platform to do. And now, at this stage of my development, at this stage of my awareness, at this level of my ability and understanding and appreciation for my life and my situation, and what I want and what I desire, I've come to the conclusion that what I want to do with this channel, what I want to do with this platform, is to focus on, my real concerns, my real interest, and my real aims and ambitions. That is the direction, that is the flow of what I want this this project, this channel to be, and this channel to become about. So the focus that I have is on the business of humanity. Now, what is that? What is the business of humanity? Well, the business of humanity is not something that I believe currently exists in any form. But it is what I believe as an individual, as a personal member of society, as an individual member of society, as an individual member of civilization. It's what I believe that all of humankind should be shifted and engineered and built around. Like, there are certain things that affect all of humankind, that affect every human being, that is not actively and aggressively addressed or dealt with by the systems or the institutions or the organizations that exist within society. And what I want to do as an individual who is currently trying to grow. I'm currently trying to grow. I'm currently trying to get myself from my current position and current level of ability and current situation to a better situation. I am an unskilled freeloader. I'm an unskilled freeloader. And I want to move from being an unskilled and out of shape, unskilled, middle-aged freeloader to a high functioning adult. That's the trajectory that I have in mind. But in order to get from where I am to where I want to be, I have to have a meaningful, worthwhile goal or aim or destination in mind. One thing I really related to that was a bit of a wave a while ago on YouTube is I don't dream of labor. I don't have a dream job. I really appreciated that because I didn't either. I had the desire to be well off. I had the desire to be to be in an advantaged position, but there was no specificity in any particular field of work. There was no specificity in any particular field or occupation. I just wanted to be, you know, a well-off dude. I just wanted to be a dude that had, you know, a substantial resources. But I didn't have a dream job. I didn't dream of labor. Now, I don't follow everything too closely. but that movement seemed to have fizzled out. That movement seems to have died down, but it is something that I definitely identify with and respect, because society is not built on addressing humanity's problems. And as an obese, middle-aged, unskilled, freeloading black man who has not accumulated anything of significance in my 33 years of life, what I'm going to be devoting this channel and my attention and intention and focus on is promoting and developing and building out the idea or the philosophy of the business of humanity. Now, what is the business of humanity? It's simply this. The business of humanity is taking the systems, the organizations, the institutions, the mechanisms of modern civilization, of cutting edge scientific knowledge, critical thinking, and forecasting and devoting a significant percentage of resources and structure and infrastructure to the investment in dealing with problems that affect humanity. Now, this is something that I have not figured out to the most technical and specific level. But to me, these are the things that affect human beings. Human beings are affected by scarcity / poverty, suffering, disease, old age, death, and the mystery of what consciousness is, and the question of, is it possible to restore or resurrect a human consciousness that has fizzled out, that has been snuffed out, or that has died, or that has passed on. Those are the levels of what I think that human beings should be structuring themselves around. Like these are the ailments. These are the ailments that afflict society, that afflict humanity. Scarcity, poverty, suffering, disease, old age, death, and the mystery of consciousness and the question of resurrection. These are the factors that I believe society should orient and position themselves around. Now, some people may look at any one thing in particular or everything that I mentioned and say that there is nothing that can be done about any of those things, that there is nothing that can be done about old age or disease or poverty. These things are just a part of life, and they are things that you should just accept and deal with. Well, what I would say to that is that is something that you feel. That is something that you feel. But what I believe the business of humanity is, or what it should be, what it should represent, is about having a purpose, having a mission, having a drive, trying to go to a better, higher position, a better, higher place, a better, higher level. It isn't about accepting and, you know, just swallowing whatever condition that we are currently living within. It's not about just swallowing and internalizing the current physical reality and saying that that's an unchanging, unmovable, un un you know, something that cannot be manipulated or affected in any way. I don't believe that that is an adequate use of brain trust, that that's an adequate use of energy and effort and the intelligentsia of the world. I simply do not believe that. I simply do not endorse that. I simply do not, buy into that. I believe that what is possible, what is doable, what is achievable is far beyond